What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I've got a good one for you today. This is going to be part one of a 2-segment video. I'm going to be doing the unboxing and review, first impressions of the AuxBeam RGB switch panel. They were nice enough to send me out the panel as well as the shirt, and we're going to get right into it and kind of see what this switch panel is all about. I will say everything in this video is going to be my honest feedback and thoughts on the panel. They reached out to me asking me if I wanted to do a review on the product, and it has been something that I have been really wanting to add to the truck for quite some time because there's a bunch of lights that are kind of, here are the ditch lights, rock lights, a bunch of different lights I've been wanting to wire up and find a better way to get wired up, for the lack of better terminology. So I'm going to get the panel out and then we'll do the unboxing. Let's get into it. Before I get into the video, one thing I did want to just mention about this one, it's going to be a lot of just kind of in the weeds, me talking about it. You might not even see a lot of my face during the video. So if it's just something you want to listen to, you can minimize that window or do something else, but it's going to be really digging into what is coming in the box of this AuxBeam panel and kind of initial thoughts as soon as I see it. So, like I said, let's get into it. All right, so here's the box that it comes in. Pretty good quality. It's got some weight to it, which is kind of nice. It is the RGB 8 gang, which means there's going to be 8 separate switches in there. It already tells me it's got a toggle mode, momentary mode. I think that just turns it on momentarily. Pulse, which is going to be really cool. And then what is this? A multi-function. And then there's actually an app that you'll be able to use to make sure that this switch panel kind of matches whatever the theme of the inside of the vehicle is. So super excited about that. For those that are curious, the SKU for this is the AuxBeam AR820 switch panel. And I think that this is the newest of the RGB switch panels by AuxBeam. So let's get right into it here and kind of open it up. You've got a QR code here to give you the access to the app pretty easily. Sign here says mounting brackets at the bottom of the foam. So nice foam here. Got some instructions on how to get this all set up. I mean, for the most part, for everyone who's like looking to do like a Switch Pro or something, I think this is already looking to be quite a good option. So you can kind of tell, I just opened the page and it shows you a bunch of different of the colorways that you'll probably be able to do. But I'll get into that for a little bit later. Cool little sticker, matches the shirt. And then here, you're going to have all your different stickers, which are going to either be, front lights, bumper lights, grille lights. I personally will be mounting this to the Raptor lights, my ditch lights, my rock lights, which I showed a little bit about, or a little clip of earlier, and then possibly some other ones that I'll add later on. But super cool that they give you all these different options. Yeah, you even got like options to activate your drivers and passenger seat heaters, which is cool. Digging further in here, we've got the actual module itself. Give you an idea what that looks like. See if I can open it here. So it opens up pretty easily. We got some extra fuses in there, which is kind of nice. Get the lighting in there. And this is essentially what it looks like. This is kind of the new version of the AuxBeam panel. So you're going to be able to attach the different lights, positive and negative, to each of these little nodes here, and it's going to have a corresponding fuse, which is going to give you the different amps, or amperage rather. And I think this is the connector for the switch that goes into the car, and then positive and negative will go to the positive and negative on the battery. So connects, like I said at the beginning, the box and this feels fairly heavy duty. We're obviously going to have to weatherproof it inside the bay when we do the install, but that is essentially what that looks like. It says up to 105 Celsius. There's some weatherproofing notation in there, but I don't think that's going to be an issue, and we kind of work on that later. It does come with some brackets here, which is kind of nice. I think there's a few more here at the bottom, but what I'm going to be doing is actually getting a bracket that mounts in the location right underneath the steering wheel from Run In for Tacos, and that's going to be super helpful. Just give it that clean OEM flush look, but it's really nice that they give you this option here. The next thing here is going to be your, I think this is some sort of relay. This is going to be the kind of safety net when it comes to power running from the battery to the actual module in the engine bay. These two are going to be interconnected, and then there's going to be a wire that again runs into the engine bay. That'll be nice. Let's see here, we got some nice hardware, supplied Allen key. I got a million Allen keys at home, so it's nice that they actually provide that for you. Here is an adafuse. Open it up real quick. The addafuses will be used for tapping into if you're trying to do stuff in the engine bay or anything like that. It's a 5 amp fuse, and I think this is a, oh, it's so small you can't even tell, but that's essentially what they look like. And they come with a little screwdriver here as well. Another wire here. Not sure what this is for. Oh, master switch power cable. Nice that they give you kind of the little label there to tell you exactly what it is. Please use this cover in rain and snow. Again, don't know if I'll end up using this, but it's super nice that AuxBeam provides all this additional equipment. And now for the goods. So this is the actual switch panel itself. Everything feels pretty solid. Excited that I'll have one wire that's going to run into the cab instead of having all the different wires that I've kind of rerouted through the firewall over the years. So really cool feature. And again, it's got the eight different modules. Right there's an on and off in the middle. I'm assuming that means you can turn everything on or everything off at the same time. Setting that aside, we've kind of gotten through the main part of the foam here. Set this aside. And so this is going to be the harness that it comes with. I love when they give you like the braided line harnesses that are kind of weatherproof for the most part. And then of course, when you see the male and female connecting pieces from the module, it comes with like a little weather seal right there on the female side of the connector. So that'll be really easy and watertight. And then lastly, or almost lastly here, this is going to be the cables for the positive and negative. One is going to be your live wire, that's the red, and then the black wire is going to be your ground, which is going to run from the panel to this relay power shutoff. And we'll be able to tuck, this is not too long, I don't think, so we'll be able to kind of put that away as needed. Like I said at the beginning, there's additional brackets here under the foam. I will mention there's a bunch of zip ties. If you don't have, yours doesn't come with zip ties for some reason. These are really easy to get at any sort of hardware store, but nice that they provide those in here as well. This is kind of a panel that they probably expect you to use some sort of methodology like this. I may toy with these a little bit, but like I said at the very beginning, I'm going to be getting a different mounting solution down the road, so it makes a little bit more sense for me. But it's all right here. It's all super compact module, actual controller, power shutoff, all these different stickers again. Overall, packaging and kind of what you get in this kit is exactly what I'm looking for long term when it comes to finding a way to kind of manage all the wires coming from all the different lights. I did want to take a moment to kind of explain why you may want to get something like this. So as I mentioned, this is kind of the solution I have in place right now. I just have this little switch that I had to drill out for my ditch lights. This cubby doesn't usually come with a switch in there, so that's what I had to do. This is an old ditch light switch that I had wired up at one point before I got dual function. So this is basically a lot of wasted real estate in terms of what I have going on right here when it comes to the lighting. Next, I just wanted to kind of show you all what I actually have going on under the hood before we do the panel, because the next video is going to be the install. Those nice hood struts doing the work. So a lot of the wiring, let's see if we can get in there. You can see it's done all right, but it's not necessarily the prettiest. Come over here, woof, yeah, we'll need to fix that. So all those are wired through this, at least this is one of them. Back here we have more of a rat's nest. This is all at home DIY, kind of pigtailed together. You can see right here, this is where the ditch lights come through, and then I think I stuffed them back behind here. So what we're gonna do with the switch panel is I'll probably end up mounting it right on top of here, getting some of the wires for that tucked back in. And then instead of having all this mess of wires, I'm gonna have this all cleaned up, and then that one wire that I showed you from the beginning coming off of the power module is gonna go through back through the firewall, and it's just gonna clean up everything a lot more. Make me feel a lot better about safety. You can actually tell here that this is where the fender is kind of cut here. So I've never had any issues. Most of the connectors are Deutsch connectors, which are waterproof and water safe. But we're gonna do a lot to kind of clean this up in the next video when I do the full install on the Tacoma. So these are all the lights we'll be kind of considering wiring to the switch panel. These Raptor lights currently come on when the vehicle starts or the headlights come on, so we'll probably wire those independently to be so I'll be able to use them whenever I want. The fog lights, the KC G4 fogs, I'll probably leave those as is because those are attached to the stock fog light. One thing that I will show you later on is these are the KC Flex Era 1s. You can actually change up the functionality, so there's actually a backlight. So I'll have to be able to switch that up to a dual function. And then lastly will be the rock lights down here, down below, which right now only open up when the door opens. So that'll be something that I'll have to switch out. But overall, it'll be a really good addition to the truck, and super excited to kind of get that put on in the next week or so. As I mentioned, this was a product that was sent out to me from AuxBeam, so super grateful and thankful to them and their team for wanting me to kind of showcase and give my thoughts when installing it on this 2019 Toyota Tacoma. And yeah, the next video we're going to be doing the full install, and it should be probably a little bit longer of a video. I don't know how long that's going to take. I'm not particularly good with wiring, but it's something that I've been kind of putting off for a long time after the wedding and all that. So super excited to be able to put that together for you all. So if you liked this video, you thought it was informative, helpful at all, please consider liking the video. Drop a comment down below if you have any questions about this panel in particular, and consider getting subscribed to the channel if this is your first time. Until next time, enjoy the ride.